Welcome back to the Creator podcast. I am Taylor, the Creator, and if you're listening on YouTube or if you're listening on a podcast, welcome back. Okay, so this is episode 5, and today's topic, what we're going to get into is manifesting a SP. Okay, that's short for specific person or special person. Okay, so I want to dive into the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, but let me back it up a little bit. But for my people who may not know, or if you're just coming into the space of conscious manifesting, what if I told you you can manifest specific people? Okay, what if I told you that you do it all the time if you're not even aware of it? Okay, you manifested things that specific people had to do. So let's say if you were manifesting a free coffee, okay, well, whoever gave you that free coffee, that was a specific person to give you that free coffee. You manifested that person. Now, maybe you didn't choose that particular person to do it, but you manifested a person to give you that free coffee. Okay, so that's just a example of it, but you could literally be like, okay, you know what, I want to manifest a text message from a friend that I haven't spoken to in years. Okay, they may not even have my number. Okay, they may not even, doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. You may want to manifest this guy that you saw, and like, you know nothing about him. He probably isn't even aware that you exist. Okay, but it doesn't matter. You can manifest him. Okay, you may want to manifest the girl of your dreams. Oh my gosh, right? Maybe the girl of your dreams, and y'all just have been friends this whole time. She probably has friend zoned you. Whatever the situation is, the circumstances do not matter. Okay, you can manifest specific people. Okay, now I want to dive into the good, the bad, and the ugly on this topic, because knowledge is power. Okay, it is. When you know what you're getting into, then you can get into it the way you want to get into it. Okay, so I'm going to just give you a little bit of a story about myself. Okay, so before I was a conscious manifester, before I was consciously manifesting specific people or specific things or outcomes or whatever, I had a belief that I always get who I want, and that is what manifested in my experience. So I already had that belief. I always would tell myself, I always get who I want, I always get who I want, and when I locked in on somebody, I got that person. Okay, so I didn't, like I said, I wasn't consciously aware of like SP and like the whole gist of it. I didn't know about any of that. I don't know if that was even something like on YouTube at that time, but what I do know is I would tell myself, I'm like, I can get anybody I want. I get anybody I want, and that's what manifested. Like literally, when I locked in on somebody, and my Cornelius, okay, my conscious mind, Cornelius was like, okay, we want him. I got that person. Okay, I got him. So I had that belief already ingrained in me. Now, this does not mean you have to have that belief already ingrained in you, because see, where I needed to evolve in that belief, I needed to evolve that belief. Okay, I needed to evolve. I still was not working on self-concept at that time, so I would get these people, I would attract these people in, and yeah, we would be in a relationship, everything would be cool, but because I hadn't worked on self-concept, it would be like I'm attracting the drama-filled person from them, and I got drama and stuff going on, like, it would be like that, you know what I'm saying? It would be like very intense, and not in a good way. Like, it would be intense in a good way, but in a bad way too. Okay, so that's that on that. So when I started working on self-concept, and it took me a minute, because I'm a little stubborn little MF, okay? I'm kind of stubborn, but it took me a minute. But when I started working on my self-concept, I realized, like, I was going for the guys that I liked, but they wasn't the guys that I really, really wanted. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, for example, I would lock in on somebody, I would attract them in, okay, cool. But the problem was, like, I liked how they looked, or I maybe liked what I knew about their personality, but I wasn't really clear on what I really wanted. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I had, like, okay, wrote a list down, okay, these are the qualities I want in my relationship, the person I'm going to be in a relationship in. I didn't do that. So I was still attracting people who check marked this part and this part and this part, but didn't check off that and that and that. You see what I'm saying? So that was number one on that. Okay, so number two, when I did start working on my self-concept and I manifested somebody who I wanted at the time, right? I manifested them doing what I wanted them to do. When I did that, it manifested, but then as time went on, I was still working on my self-concept, and I had a revelation and a realization as to, like, I could, if I know I could be, do, or have anybody in the world, right? Literally, like, for real. If I could do that, then why don't I aim for the moon? Why don't I reach for the moon? So when I say the moon, I mean everything. Like, I'm not going to just sit here and take because you look good, because you're funny, and because you can dress nice, and you got, those three things going on for you. I'm not finna sit here and just be like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like, you're good. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Like, if I can be, do, or have anything I want, and I would have to ask myself, okay, if I could be, do, or have anything I want, which I can, knowing that that's the case, would this person be the first person to come up on my mind? Like, yeah. Would this be the first person? Would this person come up in my mind that be like, okay, if I could have anybody, would I pick that person? And if you stumbling on that answer, if it's not an easy hell yeah, then it's an F no. Okay, period. It's an F no. Leave that person where they at. Let somebody else manifest their ass. Leave them where they at. Okay? Like, they're so much better out here. Like, they're so much better. Okay? So I don't have like a bulletin or anything of like organized points I want to make. I'm just talking. Okay? So that's that on that. Now, when it comes to manifesting people, when it comes to manifesting specific people, the thing about it is you have to be a little delusional to whatever the circumstance may be in your 3D reality, because the 3D reality doesn't matter. The circumstances don't matter. So you cannot give them power, you cannot give them attention, you cannot dwell upon them. Okay, when a thought comes to mind, just don't have to worry about that and keep it moving with your day. Okay, don't keep thinking about it and let it grow legs and feet, and then you start feeding energy into that reality, because that's not the reality. The reality is y'all are already together. It's already done. Okay, when you made up your mind on who it was that you wanted, okay, and I would even go so far as to like maybe even writing down why I want them, what I like about them, what kind of characteristics like, if you don't know this person, like, already, even if you do know this person, this can work either way. What type of characteristics do I want them to have? I don't care what they already have. I don't care which version of them I've already manifested. The past doesn't matter, okay? Cornelius, the past doesn't matter. What type of version of them do I want to show up in this reality, this current reality, the one that I've created, okay? So I will be clear on that, okay? You want to be clear on that and make up your mind so that when you see the shift taking place and you're getting movement and things are coming together, you are aware as to, okay, yeah, because I wanted this to be like that, or I wanted him to be like this, or I wanted him to do these type of things, or her, okay? Like, you know, like, that's what you have to do. You have to be, like, specific. You're manifesting a specific person, be specific, okay? Like, don't hold back, okay? Because the thing is, you can have, be, or do anything that you want. So you will be able to attract the version of that person that has that. Because, you know, we all have multiple personality. I don't want to say disorder, but we all have multiple personalities. Okay, we all have that. Certain people, I know y'all have dealt with this. Okay, so there could be somebody that you and your friend know mutually. Okay, and maybe that person is not really your cup of tea, but your friend is like, oh nah, they cool. Like, I can't believe you don't really like them like that. They cool. You see what I'm saying? It's the same person, but you both have two different versions of them. You both have attracted two different versions of them. A version that you don't like, a version that they like, and that's still the same person. You see what I'm saying? So you can attract a version of your specific person in the way that you want to attract them. The key to it is you have to be the version of you that has that version of them. So I can't just want it and then it just happened and then, no, you have to be the version of you that has that version of them. So if you are attracting, let's say you are manifesting a celebrity, okay? Let's say you're manifesting a celebrity. If you're looking at yourself as less than, because maybe you don't have that many followers, or maybe you don't make as much money as they make, or maybe you are not well traveled like they are, or whatever the case may be, if you're looking at yourself and you putting them on a pedestal and you're looking at yourself like you're not on the pedestal, then what version of them do you think you're going to attract? When you cross paths with this person, I'm trying to talk more, cross paths with this person, what type of energy do you think you're putting out there and what you're going to attract? You're going to be a fan, and they have so many fans that, yeah, there's nothing that's going to stick out about you if that's the energy that you're in. But if you can look at this person as your equal and place yourself on the pedestal and place yourself as having it all, doing it all, being it all right now, like, not when you meet them, not next month, not next week, not tomorrow, but right now, and it's already done, then guess what? If you entertain that energy, that frequency dominantly, then guess what? You're going to attract them, and the version of them that you're going to attract to yourself is going to be the version of them that sees you as such, that sees you as their equal, that sees you as somebody that's special, that sees you as somebody that they want to be around, they want to talk to, they want to engage with, okay? That's how this thing goes, okay? We're all connected, so there's literally nothing outside of us. It may look like it, okay? But there's literally nothing outside of us. We're all connected. It's just the same thing. Like when you see somebody walking down the street, and if they are very insecure, how you can look at them and pick up the fact that they're insecure. You can pick it up. You can just pick it up. Just not even having to talk to them. You just look at how they walk. Look at how they carry themselves. Look at their body language. It's reeking. Okay? So you need to reek confidence. You need to reek self-love. Okay, you need to be putting yourself on that pedestal and knowing that it's done, because it is. Okay, because it is. So I'm gonna talk about some of the things I noticed when I started making the shift and I was manifesting. When I was manifesting the specific person, that was the first time not the first time that I did it, because I had a belief that I did it, but the first time that I was consciously aware and working on self-concept, doing it that way. Okay, so what I did was I just started to have a lot of fun. I started trying new places to eat. I started eating new things. That was when I first went vegan. And yes, I did say first went vegan, because I went vegan a couple times, okay? But that's neither here nor there. But I was just going different places, doing things that I always wanted to do, and I just went and did it. I was doing a lot of self-care. I had a really nice like routine. It was kind of a little bit over the top, but it was working for me at that point in time with my self-care routine. Now I'm a lot more laid back. I still do my self-care, of course, but I don't do it to where it feels like a chore. You know what I'm saying? It feels good. So I was just doing different things that was fun, that felt good, trying different things, taking pictures, posting, just living my best life. You know what I'm saying? Just doing the things that I like to do, following my inspiration and interests. And then all of a sudden, I get the message in my DM from my specific person. Okay. Yes, that's what happened. And then it just went from there. Okay, it went from there. Now, one thing I noticed, let me just say, like, some of the signs I noticed when I was manifesting this person in, or not manifesting this person in, because I was never out, but you know what I'm trying to say. Some of the signs that I saw as I was manifesting the person was that one, I started to become but I started to become detached from the outcome. Like, it was just like, okay, whatever, like, it is what it is. I don't really care, like, whether it happens now, it happens later, I don't really care. Like, I started to get to that point where it was like, I don't really care. I'm having so much fun that I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, it starts to be like, kind of like, you know what? I'm having so much fun without you that you can kind of stay where you at longer if that's what you want to do. Like, it was to that point where, like, I didn't really care. So that was an internal shift that was happening inside of me. And another thing I noticed is that there were so many more people just kind of coming out the woodworks, way more than the norm, who were like just coming. People I haven't talked to in years messaging me, DMing me, how you doing, what's up, where you been at, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these guys, I mean, even some of my exes' homeboys, like, it was like that. And I ain't never just went there like that and did all that, but I'm just saying, like, it was like my energy was so up that I started to become like a magnet, if you will, and just people were just reaching out, people who I hadn't talked to in a long time, people I never talked to before. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like on another level, way more than the norm. So it was like, I started to realize, like, wow, like, all these people is coming at me, and I'm just minding my business, you know. And I'm talking about all type of people, okay? I'm talking about all types of people, okay? So I noticed that. So that was one thing that was going on. Another thing that I noticed is, like, I would start to see this person's name, the person that I was manifesting, I would start to see this person's name, like, just literally, like, different places. I want to say everywhere, but just like, I would see this person's name, like, just keep coming up, here, there, here, there, here, there. And it was just like, wow, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. And then yeah, it was just like, and for me, I be seeing stuff, like, I guess clairvoyant, but there was a time where I literally seen the person in my living room. Now, they wasn't physically there, but I literally was like, I was in my room and I was dancing, and then I kind of looked out into the living room and I seen them, and I was like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? It was just a quick little flash, and I seen them. I could tell you exactly what they had on. And the funny part about it is, when we got together, I told him, and he was like, oh wow, did you know I had actually just bought an outfit like that, the same colors and all that? I was like, yeah, I didn't know that. I wasn't stalking, I wasn't doing none of that. But this is how I'm telling you, we're all connected. We are all connected. So it doesn't matter where you are, distance, that doesn't matter. That doesn't exist in the 3D, in the 4D realm. It doesn't matter if the person consciously knows you, because we're all connected. So it doesn't matter. Okay, you are going to manifest it. It doesn't matter what they said to you. It doesn't matter if you blocked. It doesn't matter if they said, okay, I don't ever want to talk to you again. It does not matter. None of that matters. I'm telling you, if you can wipe all of that out of your mind and just entertain the story, the new story, and you entertain that new story more than you don't, you're going to see movement. You're going to manifest that person in. Okay, my suggestion would be, work on your self-concept, and even once you manifest them, continue to just love on you and keep yourself on that pedestal, because you can manifest them in and manifest their ass right back out. Okay, that was something that happened with this person, with this specific person. That was something that happened to me as well. And even in my former, even in the people I had talked to before then, when I just had the belief, like, okay, yeah, I always attract the person that I want, even then, it wouldn't manifest all the way up until marriage, because I didn't work on my self-concept. So the version of me that reeled them in, I started picking up another story, and then manifested their ass right back out. Okay, and then with some people, I did that multiple times, but it was because I wasn't working on my self-concept. I didn't know about self-concept. I wasn't doing this work, so it was just it just kept happening back and forth until it didn't happen anymore, because I moved on and they moved on. So self-concept is key when it comes to these relationships, really with anything. Your relationship to anybody else is going to be a direct reflection as to your relationship with yourself. So if you have a strong self-concept, then you can call in the person no matter what the situation is. You can attract the person to you and keep them if you have a strong self-concept. Okay, so that's why it's important to do that. You don't want to just be sitting here attracting people in, and then it be like all this drama and trauma and BS happening, and then now you got, and if that happens, that's fine, because then you manifested that issue, so you can manifest the solution. It's no problem. It's just let's just keep manifesting fun and easy and effortless. If we can do that, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Okay, so that's that pretty much on that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Third parties, we have to talk about them. When you're manifesting a specific person, we have to kind of touch on this third party situation. Okay, if you are aware that there's a third party, first of all, if I was you, I wouldn't even be aware that there's a third party. I don't care if you heard about it, seen about it, whatever. At that point, ain't no third party. Once I made my mind up that I want you, ain't no third party. Okay, you understand? There's no third party. If you want to manifest, and this goes even with celebrities, that maybe You know a lot of people know about them. You know a lot of people are attracted to them. You know they got a lot of options. Okay, whatever. That doesn't matter. If you give attention to that, you can manifest being in a situation where somebody else is manifesting the person you're manifesting. You can manifest that situation. Why would you want to do that though? Why would you want to do that? You don't have to manifest that situation because there's nobody else. I don't care how many people there may be or how many people it may appear to be. There's nobody. You're the only option. You are the only option for this person. Okay? Period. And that's that. And if you keep that mentality, that's what's going to happen. You get what you think about, whether you want it or not. Okay? So there's no third party. There's no third party. Okay? If you are entertaining a story about a third party, you are literally just like, you're being trashed. I have to tell you, I have to be real with you. You're being trashed. Why are you being so trash? Why are you being trash? You don't have to be trash. You can choose to not be trash at any point. Okay? And if you slip into a moment of being trash, you can choose to get yourself out of the trash and clean yourself up and not be trash anymore. Okay? Like, period. Okay? Period. That's it. That's that. Okay? Another thing about just people in general, whether you're attracting a specific person or even if you're just attracting like a relationship, and it could be a friendship, it can be just your soul tribe, whatever. People reflect, just like the 3D, people reflect what you have going on internally. So if you feel as though you are blessed, you are cherished, you are spoiled, okay, people are going to reflect that back to you. Okay, so that's why self-concept is so important when it comes to our relationships, when it just comes to everything, really, like everything. There's no reason why you should not be working on self-concept. Do you need to work on self-concept to manifest? No, of course not. You don't need to. But why would you not want to? Why would you not want to change the way you view and feel about yourself in relation to the things that you really truly deserve, and instead of just allowing yourself to feel like you're not worthy of them, and you sitting here picking out the goddamn trash and trying to manifest some bullshit? You don't want to manifest no more bullshit. That's why you sitting here on this goddamn channel or this podcast listening to me, okay, and whoever else that you listening to. So just to sum it up, when it comes to manifesting when it comes to manifesting a specific person, you want to, one, realize that there's nothing stopping you. The circumstances do not matter. Number two, knowing that you can be, do, or have anybody that you choose. Choose who you really want. Don't put no stipulations on it. Choose who you want, and even choose how you want them to show up in your reality. Okay? Write this down. Okay? Write it down. How do you want them to show up in your reality? Okay? And then number three, self-concept. Work on your self-concept. As you're manifesting this, as you are allowing, or it's already manifested, it's already done, but as you make your mind up as to what you want to manifest, okay, as it's manifesting, work on your self-concept. Okay? Well, how do I work on my self-concept? Well, that may need to be an episode in itself. You know what? That's going to be the next episode. Okay? That's going to be the next episode. So stay tuned, follow, subscribe so you can hear this. Okay? Anyway, that's all I wanted to say as far as that. And we'll do a part 2 to this, so we can talk about how to work on the self-concept, because it's very key. It's very fundamental.